With this next one, I'm assuming you know what a frequency table is already. So 16, if we look up here, happened 3 times. So 16 happened 3 times. 17 happened 4 times. 18 happened 4 times. And 19 happened twice. And this part here was what we called a frequency table. But we're going to use this frequency table to calculate the mean and then the median. So if we're going to do this by hand, we'd have to write 16 times 16 times 16. 16 plus 16 plus 16. Now that is 3 times 16. So how many times it happened by the score? 3 times 16 will give us 16 plus 16 plus 16. 4 times 17 will give us 17 plus 17 plus 17 plus 17. So what we do is we call this column F, frequency. We call this column X, which is the score or weight or height or whatever you manage to use your variable as. And in this one here, we call this Fx, which is F times X. So we find out this column by doing 3 times 16, this column by 4 times 17, this column 4 times 18, this column 2 times 90. So I've filled that column in with those numbers. You don't need this part here written in, you just need what F times X was. I've just put them there to help you know where they've come from. Now, to go with this, we know that the mean was done by X bar. So, X bar, we need the numbers added together divided by how many there was. How many there was is your sum of the frequency. So, 4, 8, 10, 13. And that was on the bottom. So, on the bottom is sum of X. On the top is we needed all the numbers added together. So we needed 16 plus 16 plus 16 plus 17 plus 17. That was 3 times 16 plus 4 times 17, which is sum of Fx, which means sum of Fx up the top. Now I should have those in brackets. So sum of Fx, we need to add all these numbers together first. So when I add those numbers together, I got the sum of F times X, and the sum of F times X was 226. So 226 divided by the 13 results. And when I did that on a calculator, I ended up with 17.38. And always useful then to look at that and think, does 17.38 represent somewhere in the middle? For mean, yes it does. Median, if I had this question, I would just start with them and I would cross out from end to end and end up wherever the middle is, but we can use our frequency table as well. Now here, if we know the sum of F is 13, that was the same as saying that we have 13 results or n equals 13. So 13 plus 1 is 14 divided by 2 is 7. So my 7th result will have to be the median. Now I can work this out here. 3 results here. Up until the end of 17 would add the 4 on as well. So we could add a cumulative frequency column, which says there's been 3 results up to this point. Up until the end of 17, there had been 3 results already plus another 4, which tells us that there had been 7 results. Up until the end of 18, there'd be another 4, which means we had 7 beforehand plus the 4 here to be 11. And up to 19, we had 11 beforehand plus the 2 more to be 13. Now the 7th result fits in here because this one here has the 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th result in there. So the 7th result, the median had to be 17. If you want to check on this to make certain, you can cross them out, end up back to the middle. Next highest one's there, 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 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's the median result of 17.